Hey everybody. Alright, so I'm going to need to get a tripod because this is driving me a little bit crazy. As you can see, in a 98 Dakota, it only has a like DIN and a half stereo. So I bought a Kenwood double DIN stereo, but I'm going to have to do some modification, and there is no videos that I can find for this year on YouTube and how to do that. So I figured, well, might as well make a video while I'm doing this. So I've installed quite a few stereos myself over the years, and so it shouldn't be any different. But we're just going to have to get the bezel off and make some modifications here. We're going to have to probably make it a little larger here and then cut it down a little bit here. So I have a Dremel tool that we'll do that with, and we'll just start off by taking this off, and what I'll do is I'll just make several videos and then just put them all together. So if there's breaks in there, I apologize, but we'll try and make it the best that we can, and hopefully this will help you RT guys out there that are wanting a little bit better stereo system, and we'll get her done. Okay, so to pull this bezel off, there are clips that go in here. You can see somebody's nicely put some felt on there, maybe to take away some vibration and whatnot, but basically you can see that there is a metal clip down here that has to come out, and then throughout the entire thing it will just pop off like so. And then basically what you have to do is you have to put the keys in, put the car down into first gear so that you can pull the bezel completely off. So I'm not sure if it's bezel or bezel, so maybe leave me a comment. I don't suppose it matters, but I guess I should. If I'm going to make a video, I should learn how to say it, right? So I'll come back and we'll show you what it looks like after it's off. Alright, so the bezel is off, and so this stereo is held in by two 10mm bolts. If you don't have one of these, they're really handy. It's a little tray that has a magnet on it. You can throw all your nuts and bolts in there, and it makes it so that you don't lose them, because I don't know about you, but I'm always losing stuff. So it just makes it very nice, and then all it does is this slides right out, and the only thing that is the harness and the antenna. And so you'll have to get a antenna adapter for the new stereo, and then there's a harness that I bought with the new stereo. So it looks like we'll just have to do some cutting up here, and I'm thinking actually we're going to have to because of the bolts here, we might end up doing all of our cutting up here. So we'll just have to see. I don't want to get too close to the air conditioner vents, but I think it's not going to be too bad. I'm looking forward to getting it in there and getting it going, but there's so much work to do, so I'll keep you posted. Okay, so I have the stereo out, and just kind of doing some measurements, preliminary measurements, to see how the new stereo is going to go in. So I have the new stereo here. It measures 4 inches, which is a good inch, actually more than the old stereo. So I have made, there's a mark in the center of the stereo, and so I've made a mark on each side of it, as well as the top, to see kind of where I need to make my cuts. So I think I'd rather, so I made, you can see one here, I made another mark right here, and then as you can see this one goes along here. So that one's probably a little on the shallow side, but I'd rather have it a little tight so that I can so that I can file it up if need be. So underneath here, I don't know if you can see it. I'll see if I can put the camera down here. So underneath here you can see there's a cutout here, and then it's hollow underneath there. So I'm thinking we'll just cut straight here, and then all the way up, and then we'll take our Dremel and cut across here, and I think that it'll be, I think it's going to be okay. So this stereo is also this stereo is a little bit more narrow than the original stereo as well. So I'm not sure exactly how that's gonna work. I'll have to look at the bezel and see how different that is. So I imagine at one point I'm going to, they make custom bezels for these trucks. You just have to, you can send in your old bezel, and they'll actually refiberglass it make it especially for your stereo. So I might end up doing that just to see, afterwards if it doesn't look good. So I think that it's going to be okay, but that's at least a secondary thought. So all right, that's it for now, and I'm going to do some cutting, and I'll get back with you. Alright, so after making my measurements, I'm going to take some painter's tape, this blue tape, and I'm going to make a place nice and straight on the edge. That way it gives me something to cut against. I'll tear that off. I don't know where you guys are from, but I originally came from Arizona, and I'm in Ohio now, and it is absolutely freezing outside. We've had snow, seems like every day for the last 100 years, and I'm freezing, but I'm dying to get my stereo in, so here I am out in the freezing cold, working on this. Alright, so that's going to have that cut on the inside. Alright. So as you can see, that'll give me a straight line here and a straight line here to cut against. Now you don't have to have a bunch of expensive tools to do this. I actually bought this little guy at Harbor Freight. It's just a little drill master. It costs $10, and it's just it has a cutaway. It's got like 80 pieces that comes with it, but it's got I think everything I need to get this done. So just make sure that you wear safety glasses so you don't put an eye out. That's what my mom told me. Okay, don't be such a cheapskate and buy such a cheap little tool. Obviously this one sucks pretty bad. Need something with a little bit more RPM, so maybe a variable one. They had ones there that were like $23, but I thought this might do the trick. But as you can see, it's not doing a great job. It's going to get through there, but it might take longer than one probably needs to spend while doing that. But we'll go ahead and put our piece of tape on the top and see if we can't get through this. My dad always told me when you're buying stuff to buy the best because you'll never be sorry. So every time I buy something cheap like this, I'm always sorry because it never works. So take my dad's advice. Don't buy cheap crap. Alright, so if I were you, don't buy this. Matter of fact, you should just throw it in the garbage because my grandma could gnaw through this with no teeth faster than this. Alright, so after giving up on my handy dandy little Dremel tool, so cheap it wouldn't actually do it, I just decided to do a little bit of old-fashioned elbow grease, and I took the blade off my small hacksaw, and so there's the cut. So it didn't actually take very long at all. It only took about maybe 5 minutes. So a nice straight line there because we used the tape. It looks nice and straight there. So what we'll do is just clean up here a little bit and see if the stereo will slide in there. Alright, so we have our hole cut out, so just going to test and see if this fits in here. I want it to be relatively snug because I don't want it flopping around, so I'm actually going to slide it right in here like so, and that fits like a glove. So I think that's going to be okay. So you can see it's already even with the bezel there, where the bezel is going to go. So what we'll have to do is now we'll have to cut the bezel. We'll do it in the same fashion where we tape that off and make sure that it's nice and snug in there. So so far so good.